Okay? Hold it right there. That's fine. Jerry has that.
What about the upstage corridor wall, Aggie? I thought I told you.
I know it's too wobbly. They gotta put a couple more braces on it.
Well, I hope they don't make it too bulky. Our players gotta move backstage behind that thing.
I know, that's what I told them. All we need is some breaking a leg.
All right, where are our players?
They're all going over their lines backstage. You want me to get them?
Of course I do. It's 3 days till dress rehearsal. We gotta get the show moving. Come on.
Hey, everybody on stage! Thanks. Come on!
Do you have any other work to be doing?
I guess that I mean you.
She meant everybody can play. All right, is everybody here?
Not Louise.
I know.
Can we get on for rehearsal?
Shall we doing that now? Louise! Do you have to be doing that now?
Do you want that corridor wall or don't you?
Well, is there anything else you could be working on?
I guess.
Fine. All right, people, we're picking up action on the top of the back of break. All right, we're wasting enough time already.
I've been ready for half an hour.
Who hasn't?
I'm sorry I was late. We only have one car, and Francis had to work late.
She called me. I go right by your place, Jerry.
Saul picks me up for every rehearsal.
Does Marty know that? Come on, Billy. Can't have Smitty come by blank after dark.
People, can we have these charming conversations later? We got the show to rehearse.
That's what I've been saying all along. Haven't I, Henry?
Yes, dear. We're all as anxious as you are, Polly. This is the first show by a new playwright, and we all want to do it justice.
Yeah, Justice Temper with Mercy.
I have, I think it's a lovely play.
I'm sure you got the fattest part.
How dare you?
You have no slime.
I know very well what he meant.
Might I remind all of you that the playwright will be here for dress rehearsal, and we get to learn acting? And how about those scripts? Huh? You were supposed to be off book 2 weeks ago.
I know my lines.
And I know mine.
Yeah, how about the rest of it?
Should I come in?
Yeah. As soon as I give the signal. All right, people, positions. Top of act 3. Curtain!
Oh, Dudley, you give them those charming...
Louise!
What?
Leave the damn curtain alone!
What you just said to close.
That was for the players. We're starting the act, not ending it.
I was just doing my job.
That's fine. Just, Louise, please leave the curtain alone.
Fine by me.
All right, everybody, from the top.
Now?
Yes, now!
Oh, Dudley, you give them those charming parties in the hell of me.
You're all too kind, Diana. Our pity, Sir Percival cannot be here.
Do you know? I'm more worried about Percival. He's never accepted an invitation to one of our parties than not shown up. At least not if that's any word.
Was that Mama?
Billy, I thought you knew.
Now, where am I supposed to say them?
He is doing this on purpose. I know he is.
Holly, sit down. Pay attention to your cues. Back it up a line and start again.
Well, whose line is it? It's Polly's.
Aggie, what are you still doing on stage?
Well, if I wait in the wings, I can't hear them.
Well, if you heard him, why didn't you throw Billy his line?
Because you told me not to go to any lines, and besides, I
All right. Aggie, get the hell off stage. All right, everybody. From the top.
Do we have to?
Yes!
I don't have to yell.
That's what you think. All right, shall we start? From the top. Violet, go ahead.
Oh, Dudley, you give them those charming parties in the whole of England.
You're too kind, Diana. Our pity, Sir Percival could not be here.
Do you know, I'm worried about Percival. He's never accepted an invitation not to show... Whoa.
Go on.
To show to one of our parties and not shown up. At least now if that's any word.
Oh, but Lady Margaret, you might have had road to trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had an accident.
No. He hasn't had an accident.
That's what I said.
No, you said he hasn't had an accident, as if someone else did.
Well, should we take it from the top? Oh, damn it. Come on, Bob. Okay. Do hope he hasn't had an accident. These roads can be treacherous at night. I beg your pardon, my lord, but should we delay dinner any longer?
No, can't wait for Percival forever. Shall we, my dear?
I suppose so. But don't you think someone should help Percival search and ascertain the reason for his absence?
Do you know that might be a sound idea? There is something that's simply odd about all of this.
All of what, Billy?
Violet, you did it again.
Did what?
You called me with my own name. Look, I'm Stephen Sellers, but you heard that.
Violet, go on.
Yes, indeed. All of what, Stephen?
This business about Sir Percival and the necklace. Did say he was bringing tonight, Lady Margaret.
Well, actually, I newspaper him directly, but there was a message left this morning on the post. What? On St. Swithin's Day?
By Jove, never thought of that. Margaret, are you certain about that message?
If I come to think of it, no. You mean you didn't receive a message? Oh, yes, I did, but now I wonder if we're actually from Percival.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
No, you dropped your lines.
But did it come by the post?
I
Assume? So you mean you never actually saw it?
know. Then how do you know it's content?
Content.
My Dr. Wong's telling me what it said.
Is there No, of course not, old chap. Only if there's no delivery of the post today, then
It was
how?
not a letter. It was a telegraph.
You see the line, the one you speak before.
I should very much like to see that cablegram.
Telegram.
Oh, hell, what difference does it make? None, but it's all say telegram. You say telegram.
Yes, I always say telegraph.
I don't know who the hell who says what. We get on to
If we just get through it, once we can start polishing our parts.
And when do we get real furniture? These metal chairs are painful to work on.
They help polish your parts.
Stop your jokes and find down the work.
Your jokes about calling are causing attention.
Okay, no more jokes.
Will we please get back to the play?
Louise!
I thought I could finish the job while no one was working.
We were about to start working.
Well, you should have said so. Let me make some coffee.
And fine. All right, everybody, please, back into positions. We'll take it from Billy's one.
I should very much like to see that telegram. As a matter of fact, I don't have it. The messenger's phone is on the telegraph office.
Doris!
Have there been any telephone messages this evening? See here, Mr. Young Pup. Are you doubting my word?
Of course, he's incorrect. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Oh, I shall. As soon as Doris answers my question.
No, Seth. Oh, what the hell was that? Louise got the garbage up tray. You bumped it out of my hand. The hell I
Did anything break?
I don't think so.
She bent one of the spoons.
That was that!
Ladies! Hold it down, please. All right, people, come on. Pick up where you left off.
No, Seth.
No what?
I said no.
I know what you said, I just forgot my line.
Billy, just take it from your line.
Oh, I shall. As soon as Doris answers my question.
No, Seth. What are you quite sure? The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon. Mom.
No, wait. Mom is short for madam. It doesn't mean that phone was keeping mom.
Oh, should I try it again? Yes. The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon, Mom.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Skip a page, this part's coming in too early.
I can't find where I was. What page are you on?
I forgot my script. I was going to just delete it. I left without even thinking about it.
Well, my script goes from page 32 to page 34. Does anybody have a complete script?
Page 33, yes, all is right. Missed the whole bit about the diamond necklace.
Well, how come I don't have that page?
Maybe I miscounted during Xerox. Does everybody else have it?
Well, how am I supposed to follow along without it?
Here, take my script. I've got the lines down cold. If I ever get a chance to say them.
Hey, Jerry, while we stop, I have a question.
What?
What's about the play's title? Isn't it steal from something else, an old Agatha Christie movie? I think it was.
Billy, I don't think Phyllis wanted you to steal a title.
There's no way she could. No one can copyright a title. It's the law. There's not enough words to go around and name things.
Even if that's true, what about the advertisement for a play? Won't some people think it's a play by Agatha Christie?
So much the better for our box office.
But it's a murder mystery, so nobody gets hurt.
Well, it's not much of a murder mystery if no one gets hurt. Wait a minute. I thought Sir Percival got bumped off by Dr. Forbes.
Hold it, all of you. Did we come here tonight to rehearse or discuss plagiarism versus originality?
Jerry's right, guys. Sorry to interrupt you. Work.
But which line do we go back to?
Yeah, where does the line about the diamond necklace come in anyway?
Well, Smitty, I see what happened. You came in too early.
I did? I thought I was supposed to come in when Violet says the line about treacherous roads.
Close. You come in when Violet says the line about lecherous toes.
Sorry, but they sound the same.
Those lines of you guys are so poet.
She is a poet, a rare talent, and a great writer.
Did you say that? She made you play on mute. Now see here!
Stop it! All of you. Smitty, listen. This is important. You mustn't take your cues from the words alone. Pay attention to the plot. That way you'll know when you're supposed to enter, even if Violet says her line wrong.
But I didn't say my line wrong.
You didn't say it at all.
Well, how could I when Smitty came in too early?
Enough is enough. Do your little bickering on your own time.
Haverty's right. Finally, I can use the cup, but we've barely gotten started.
Maybe a break's a good idea. Let's all have a cup and then we'll pick it up from the top and get right.
How you talking?
Aggie, hold on a second. I want to talk to you. I'm worried about the progress of the play.
What progress?
I know. We've never been this far behind on a play before.
Yeah, well, it's all Jerry. We've never had an illustrious playwright in our pair before either.
If Phyllis didn't keep rewriting the damn show while our players had time to memorize it.
Well, she promised no more changes.
Yeah, how much you want to bet she's going to walk through those doors with 7 new pages of dialogue?
She can't. We haven't even learned the last batch of rewrites.
It's no wonder the way Polly keeps inviting Phyllis over to dinner. The parts are most as fat as she is now.
Now, don't you start with the fat jokes. I have no problem with Saul already.
Yeah, well, if Polly had a way, this show would be a one-woman monologue.
Yeah, well, at least Phyllis isn't making us pay royalties.
Naturally, we would pay money for it.
Oh, come on, be fair. It's not that bad.
Well, I suppose not. If Polly keeps patting her front.
She won't. I have to put my foot down. It's 3 days to dress rehearsal, and we'll be lucky if we learn the lines we got.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. Some of the mistakes tonight were better than the original lines. If you just leave them alone, the show would be a riot.
Murder Most Foul is not a comedy. Phyllis Montague would scream if she heard the audience laugh. She'd pass out right there on the floor.
Yeah, well, then you better have your smelling salts ready for opening night.
Anything left in the pocket? Not if you're lucky.
I heard that salt once,
Well, I said it loud enough.
Done tonight. 3 days to dress rehearsal, we haven't even done a full run-through.
Thank you for Phyllis for that.
Don't blame Phyllis, Billy. She's simply a perfectionist.
Well, if she wasn't satisfied with the script, then why did she submit it?
Because if we picked some other show to do, she'd have to wait till next year to get it done.
So why don't we save it and do it as our next show?
We've got our audience preconditioned. A brainwashed is more like it.
We got strongly sold.
It's the unvarnished truth. We never vary season after season. We do a mystery, a comedy, and a drama, and a musical. In that order, without fail.
Yes, but why?
Because that's how we started the theater. And it's just got to be a habit with us and our patrons.
So what would be the harm if we mix things up?
It was confuse people. The comedy fans would come to the drama and laugh at all the tragic parts. Musical fans would start beating time with the comedy. Some of the mystery.
Yeah, they might still do that.
And you decide you want anyway.
The sign of sanity, which doesn't do me much good around here.
Well, I'm all set. Anybody else ready to give it a go?
Oh, relax, Saul. We're on much too tense tonight anyway. Why do we keep snapping at each other the way we do? This near opening, we're usually kidding around and having a marvelous time.
Well, my opinion, we're running scared.
Scared of what?
Well, in our own way, sweetie, we're just as perfection-oriented as our playroom. We want the show to be a smash, not a smash up.
Amen.
We'll get it. Somehow, no matter how awful a show may seem in rehearsal, we always manage to bring it off.
That's with the printed script. I mean, yeah, this typewritten stuff, it's not that bad, but it's all the revisions that are killing us.
But Phyllis gave us her solemn words.
It's the only kind of words she knows. I bet she's never giggled in her life.
Yeah.
Well, so, yeah, and Polly, she promised us the same thing last week and then gave us 3 new scenes one day.
And I wish you wouldn't keep changing the identity of the murderer. I don't know whether radiate minutes or charm the pants off.
Well, you won't get me just standing here. Come on, everybody, get in positions. Let's see if we can't go to curtain without stopping.
I hope we can. I've got to get home and study for a biology exam.
Wait, Smitty, Jerry, are we taking it from the top or where?
Let's take it from Violet's line. When Smitty made her entrance too early, and do that whole page we left out.
I can't remember what my line is.
I can go with you.
Hold on, let me find my spot. Okay. Violet, I'll feature Billy's line and then you take it from there.
Okay.
The Lady Margaret. They might have had motor trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had. Oh, wait, I'll get it. I certainly hope so.
Polly, shh. Violet, go on.
Do hope he hasn't had an accident. These roads can be treacherous at night. Is this recommend?
That was treacherous. Wait for lectures. Well, whose line is it?
It's Polly's. Oh, let me see. No, I'll get it. I'll have it. Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Oh, for the love of God!
I got it. Violet, would you? Roads can be treacherous at night. Oh, to say such a thing, it would make one think that perhaps there was some truth after all in the story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There's no such thing as a curse.
And yet, anyone who's ever owned the deli diamond, Jerry, do we have to call it that? I mean, it sounds like it comes from delicatessen.
That's because of that having the H, Billy. It's Deli, not Deli.
All the H is silent. It is pronounced deli.
Can we please get on with this? I've got to go home and study for my exam.
No, wait, Smitty. Billy's got a point. I mean, it does look like you're punching that side of the liverwurst, but it looks alright in the script, but it just sounds plain stupid.
All right, so let's call it the Calcutta diamond.
You can't do that. Phyllis Montague told me, particularly, that she chose that name for its lovely alliteration, Deli Diamond.
It's so illiterate, called the Calcutta Carbuncle. It's a big stone, like a cabbage.
Well, it sounds like a big zit.
So do you.
Salt! Well, is there any other gem we could use?
Shouldn't ever Phyllis's dialogue. She won't like it.
You know, she'll like it a lot less if her Delhi diamond gets a laugh.
I agree with Jerry, dear. We should change it to something else.
Well,
Hey, Akka, let's call it the Range Poor Ruby.
Oh, I like that. It's got class.
but what will we tell Phyllis?
Well, tell her she rewrote it that way. She's made so many revisions, she'll probably believe it.
I certainly hope so. Meanwhile, children, let's get back to work.
All right, George, should I write that change in?
Yeah, but do it in pencil just in case.
Gotcha. How do I spell orange, George?
Thank you. You're the only one who has to read it. All right, let's pick it up from your line. Right after Lord Dudley scoffs about the curse.
And yet, anyone who's ever owned the Range of Poor Ruby has always met with a dreadful demise.
There! I knew that there was a reason for Phyllis's words. It's a double alliteration. Delhi died in dreadful demise.
Who gives a damn?
Now see here, you can't talk
Henry! Henry! For once I agree with Saul. Who gives a damn?
And yet, anyone who's ever owned the Ranch of Poor Ruby has always met with a rocket requiem. So it's those
Now really. Well, it double alliterates, doesn't it?
Pilot! Billy, leave the lines ending as written, please.
has always met with a dreadful demise.
Oh, my life. But Percival doesn't own the diamond. Oh, the ruby anymore. Not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless, Percival did own it, and that might be enough. See here, Dr. Forbes, you're a man of science. Surely you do not believe in curses. I only know there are strange things in the history of India, things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense! Sheer poppycock! Superstitious drivel!
Quite possibly, Lord Dudley, and yet, where is Sir Percival?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here. Why, Diana, what a thing to say. I mean it. Sir Percival is no gentleman.
Here now, what are you saying?
When he looks at me, I feel as though his hands were moving all over my body. But he is a knight of the realm. He is a disgusting toad, and such toads can be lecherous at night. Begging your pardon, my lord, but should we delay dinner any longer?
Louise!
Wait, isn't that where the phone bell rings? Oh, wait, I turned 2 pages at once. Sorry about that. Sorry. If she does that during the performance.
She won't. Louise, you gotta be a little more careful.
Look on the bright side. At least we know the phone works.
That woman, I could just...
No, you please. Louise has a black belt in karate.
And how do you know I have it?
You only go up to size 44. Work on that one.
Well, couldn't we wait till we have a real soap? This metal's awfully hard to cut a lot.
Yeah, but when are we supposed to get that soap anyway?
We were supposed to get it 2 days ago.
Well, what could you call about it?
Yeah, I'll try. You want to look at that quarter Walter?
Yeah, I'm worried about those braces.
You and me both. I got 6 2x4s on the thing and it's still less than 6. Ooh, better go get the old biology book.
You've got it here?
Well, yeah, as much time as I spend waiting to make my entrance is like it's studying for 3 exams.
Well, what do you say?
All right. Ready when you are.
Are you Mark? Is that? Ah, Diana. I was thinking of Mark.
Lady Margaret is in the garden cutting roses, Stephen. She may not return for some time.
I see. Would you mind if I wait for her here?
Naturally not.
Might I sit?
If you are so inclined.
Oh, Diana. I guess if I were to...
Oh, Stephen, what are you trying to say?
Oh, dash it all, Diana. Let's be plant words. You know the message that longs throughout through my heart.
Is it possible? Do I dare pronounce that the message that cries out from within your heart is the self-same message that cries out from within mine?
Diana, do you mean? Do I dare to dream?
Have a care, sir, have a care. You know that I am betrothed to another man.
Yeah. You got to go away.
Oh, Stephen, can you not reason out why?
I am almost afraid to.
Then cease your noble trepidation, Stephen Sellers. For though I am a high-born lady, I'm also a woman. You? How are you all?
Phyllis! We weren't expecting you. At least not to know.
Oh, I know I'm being a naughty girl, Gerald, but I have so many new and exciting things to share with all of you. I simply couldn't wait until the dress rehearsal.
Bless you, Mercy. But we opened in 4 nights, Phyllis.
I know, that's why I decided not to wait until the dress rehearsal to stop by. This would be much too much not to learn in one night.
What makes you think we can do it in 3?
Oh, don't be a tease, Henry. It's really all very simple. I simply added one extra character and cut the love scene. Cut the love scene? Perhaps I'm putting it too harshly. It's not precisely cut. Just cut from Act 2 and move back to Act 1.
Well, that's not so bad.
But now it's no longer between Stephen and Diana. Well, then between who else?
Yeah, you know, the Lord and Lady are already married.
You don't mean between the doctor and the maid, do you? Clear. Diana still plays the scene, but now it's with Sir Percival.
What? But Phyllis...
How can you do that? Well, I got to thinking that a Knight of the Realm would be a better pitch for Diana than some York charmer like Phyllis. I didn't say why, I said how. There's no Sir Percival in the play.
Exactly. Everybody always refers to him all the time, but you never actually see him.
And besides, it's kind of rough on Diana if you make that switch, considering that I bump off Percival before I show up at the house.
You do? Don't you remember your own plot, Phyllis? Yes, but I don't remember a murder. Show me where it says so.
We never actually see it done. Once we found out that Percival had vanished, the Rex showed up at the party, maybe she jammed his stone. We figured out who killed him.
Murder? I never thought of it as murder. Well, I'd always thought that Rex had picked Percival's pocket and drained all the petrol out of the tank of his car to keep him from the party. Besides, murder is so
Popular with our patrons?
And we're already advertising it as a murder mystery.
And we only have 4 nights. For Pete's sake, Phyllis, it's a little late to audition for Percival.
Oh, but I've written you all the loveliest new lines. Won't you at least have a look at them? I'm pregnant!
You're what?
No, I mean Diana is. But who is the father? Lord Dudley? Henry?
Holly, don't be an idiot.
Oh, what's a bit of shock?
Phyllis, how can Dudley be the father when he and Diana have just only met?
That's on the 8th sheet.
Amnesia?
You see, that explains why he doesn't remember their meeting.
Yeah, but if she's carrying his child, Diana must remember something.
That's on the 15th sheet. You see, it was a very dark night.
Phyllis, this is totally impossible. The entire plot has been altered. Everybody has a brand new motivation for what they do.
Well, certainly with a little word.
The next 4 days?
You couldn't do it in 4 months.
But I worked so hard.
And we haven't! Phyllis, there is no possible way we can make these changes at this
What else changes? What else get ended? Diana's gonna marry Stephen. Won't her pregnancy kind of put more crimp in the festivities?
Oh, well, I'm working on that.
More changes? Phyllis, do you have any notion how hard it is to direct a play? Even one that doesn't change every 3 days? This script had been finalized 3 weeks ago!
What's this? Lady Mark goes to shock at the news of Diana's pregnancy and loses the power of speech?
It's not so bad after all.
So! What?
What about your mother?
When I first tried out for this play, she insisted on looking over the script because she didn't want me in a play full of...
Sex?
Yes. If Diana's pregnant, I have to quit the show.
Oh, but she's only 2 months pregnant. I need to on the show.
Mother thinks ahead.
Well, of course, if you'd all rather not do my little play.
Now hold it right there. We all appreciate the chance to do a play in which we do not have to pay royalties. In fact, by doing this play of yours, it puts the theater budget in the black for the first time in 6 months. However, when the play reading committee agreed to do this play of yours, it was on the basis of the original script. Now this play that we promised to do, and we will, but all this new stuff has nothing to do with that agreement.
Are you now telling me you feel free to reject my play?
No, not the one first submitted, and I'll even make exceptions for all the alterations you've already made, but this last batch is just too much.
And do you have the authority to speak for the entire committee?
No, but I'm sure if I tell them it's the first version or no version, I'll have their unanimous backing.
Well, of course, if you really do feel strongly about this dear Gerald. Polly, how do you feel about it? Well, it is rather close to opening night, Phyllis, and of course, perhaps.
Remember she cut all your speeches?
I'm with Jerry.
Yeah, me too.
You bet.
I bet, Phyllis.
Nice try, Phyllis.
All right, go ahead and do the original version. But if the show's reviews turn out to be a box office disaster, well...
I'll remember who wrote the original.
Do you think maybe you were a little rough on her?
She did take it rather hard.
But she said it once at dinner that she looks upon this play as her child.
Well, it's the only offspring she'll ever have.
But when she tried to make the child a little prettier.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't have had it put that way.
Jerry, don't be a sap. Phyllis wasn't making her child prettier. She was giving the extra head. And extra head.
Oh, what I missed.
Well, we should leave the kid alone and start to love it as
Now you're talking.
Yeah, you all came here to rehearsal. Let's rehearse. I'm gonna concentrate on snappy dialogue. I'm picking up that hammer again. And I'm gonna hold the nails.
I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee. Meanwhile, come on, pick up your long faces. Let's get into character.
Jerry, get to the top.
Guys, you want to get home before dawn. Let's pick it up from Saul's line. Let's telegraph.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I don't have it. The message was phoned from the telegraph office. Doris, have there been any telephone messages this evening? See here, you Mr. Young. Are you doubting my word?
Of course he isn't Rex. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Oh, I shall, as soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir.
What, you're quite sure?
The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon, Mum.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes? Does that answer your question?
Stephen, I believe you are Dr. Forbes an apology.
You'd best answer that, Doris, before we want to call her an apology, too.
Yes, sir. Hello? Who? Oh, yes, he is. Hold on just a moment. It's for you, sir.
Who is it, Doris?
Sir Percival.
It can't be. I mean, yes. Doctor, exactly what do you mean?
Hello? Yes, I see. Yes, thank you very much.
Why, Dudley, you look so strange.
Why not take a moment?
Well, did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. I just wanted to see what you guys were doing when the phone rang. Let's...
Are you sure you want to do this, Jerry? It's a long way to the end of the act, and
Hey, just take a moment. Let's back up to Smitty's line with the telephone. How about that?
The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon, Mum.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes? Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Only 4 more days till I'm great guy.
Someone get out.
That means someone left the front door open. I closed it.
Oh, they're not that way on purpose. The breeze comes in handy if the place smells.
You don't have a particular play in mind, do you, Aggie?
Oh, don't say I didn't warn you.
Jerry, do we have some makeup tonight?
I'm not so worried about the guys, but I'd like to see the women, especially their hairdos.
Yeah, I think you're using the wigs.
I've seen the wig, and what's got them wearing it?
Yeah, no.
Alright, so what do you think about the back wall?
It looks good on this side, but how much space is there to move behind it?
Well, if the actors are all careful, we've got a good 2 inches clearance on either side, except for Polly.
Well, how's he going to get her guard to the prop table for the roses she's got wearing?
No problem, I'm keeping all the roses over on this side of the stage, so that way it's simplifying things for her. But I didn't tell her what I was simplifying.
That's good thinking. We got to keep her happy. She almost walked out on it again last night. Thanks to Saul Watson.
Yeah, well, you gotta admit, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, but his sense of humor almost cost us a half hour. I mean, at least I got him to swear he's going to say Lord Dudley is off to have a word with Lady Margaret, not chew the fat with her.
Well, even if he says he's going to behave himself during rehearsal, who knows what he's going to do during the performance?
I don't even want to think about it. I'm already having a night.
I'm surprised you can sleep at all. After tonight, everything is out of your hands, and all you can do is stand back there and pray. And you don't even have enough room to kneel.
Maybe I'll spend opening night in some cozy little bar in another town.
Hey, how do you like this thing, Jerry? Looks real, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does. It was nice of Phyllis to lend it to us for the show. And costume jewelry that good is awfully expensive.
Yeah, but what are you going to do about the central stone? I mean, first of all, we haven't told Phyllis that we've nixed her deli diamond, and that does not look like a ruby.
Billy already came up with a solution from that. From now on, it's known as the white ruby of the ranch.
Is there such a thing as a white ruby?
There is now. And can we keep that in a safe place in between performances? The last thing we want is that to get misplaced or stolen.
Don't worry, I figured this necklace is our ace in the hole. Phyllis will preoccupy herself worrying about 8% of the play.
There's something to that.
You know, I feel a lot safer if that safe had a back to it. I mean, somebody could just tiptoe right to the back and pick that necklace right up.
Well, I can hammer one on, but I'd have to take the safe down first, and that would mean repainting the flat.
Why would you have to take it down?
Because if I hammer on the back of it and the front is where it is now, the whole thing will tear loose from the flat and fall on stage.
Oh, you know what? After the curtain goes up, I have nothing to do but prompt, so why don't you give me the necklace and I'll hand it to Saul when he comes to the stage.
Well, we can do that actually put mine on at rest.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, then you better practice it now. It's your only chance before the opening.
Easy as pie, but where practice can hurt.
You ready for the mob yet?
I guess they're in costume.
If they're not, it's their tough luck. Hey, everybody on stage, let's go! Come on!
All right, line up along in front of the stage. What's that you guys look? Right?
I think mine's a little bit too small for me.
I didn't say a word.
Molly, it's one thing if Saul picks on you, but it's another if you're going to jump every time you think he's going to say something.
You're right. I'm sorry, Saul. Rehearsal chitters, I guess.
No problem.
All right, good. All right, everybody, turn around slowly. I'm going to steady look in the back. Good. Violet, why aren't you wearing a bustle like Holly?
I'm not wearing a bustle. You're sorry.
Violet, why aren't you wearing that wig?
It is too big. Look. I look like a British sheepdog.
Can you pat it or take a tuck in it or something?
Yeah, I'll figure something out. I didn't have time just now.
All right, we're all going to look just fine. Let's suppose we can see how well you can act.
Places for Act 1.
I guess, might as well start.
You want to do it with the curtain?
Yes, everything exactly like this was the performance.
Jerry, you just got your wish.
Thanks. Hey.
Oh, Gerald, I have the most dreadful news. We're going to have to change the name of my play.
Oh, no. The programs have been printed. The publicity's already been mailed out.
No, I've just discovered there's a movie with the same title. Murder Most Foul. Phyllis, no one in the audience is likely to be confused. They can see this isn't a movie.
Yeah, the movie no one forgets the lines.
Saul, don't say things like that. I'm having enough trouble already.
Oh, I do hope you're joking, Marla.
Who? Oh, I almost forgot your real name, Smitty.
Yeah, well, no one ever uses it except my mother.
And Phyllis.
Oh, but I think nicknames are so vulgar, Saul, don't you?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. Bill.
Phyllis, I'm so happy you're here tonight. Well, because you give me such great help.
Really? How?
Well, you can pay attention to the lines and make sure everyone's saying them right.
Where does that leave me?
Well, Aggie, I didn't mean the words exactly. I meant the subtle little nuances of their interpretation.
Oh, you mean the ones you forgot to tell me to write down?
Yes!
Shall I sit out here beside you?
No! I mean, that is, I take a lot of notes out here and I would distract you.
Okay. Louise, do we have a chair backstage for our playwright to sit in?
You got a Dutch rag.
Oh, this is thrilling, simply thrilling.
I mean, under my surprise, Phyllis, I can use a thrill right now.
Saul, stop it. Don't lose your temper.
What the hell are you on? Don't ask. Just bring your team where you got it.
I thought you wanted to go straight through without interruption. Was Phyllis back there listening for nuances?
Cheer up. Maybe Louisa dropped a sandbag on her.
Honey!
Okay. Louise, close the curtain, Louise, and we'll start. Yes, everything exactly like this was a performance.
Alright, everybody, during the music, I need you to hold your places. Sure thing, no problem. And quiet, everybody.
House lights, Louise. Dim the house lights. Okay. That's good. Do it exactly like that in the opening, right after the music starts.
Lord Dudley, will there be anyone at dinner tonight besides Sir Percival, the famous archaeologist, Dr. Rex Forbes, the famous scientist, and Stephen Sellers, the famous millionaire?
Other than myself and Lady Margaret, my wife, I'm the lovely socialite Diana Lassiter here. No, Doris.
That's what I
I say, Diana, have you yet located that book on famous jewels of India that I told you must be on that shelf?
Oh, yes, here it is. I say, Lord Dudley, you never told me there was a curse on the white ruby of
Oh, it's all right, Phyllis. It's all right.
But that's supposed to be the Delhi diamond.
Oh, we had to change it.
Oh, for what possible reason?
What's silly next to the liverwurst?
There's no liverwurst in my play.
We just wanted to keep it that way.
Okay, go on.
Trust me, Phyllis, please. Just go backstage and Aggie will explain the change to you.
I don't understand.
We open tomorrow night, Phyllis. All right, continue.
From the beginning, I already put the feather duster away.
From where you left off.
All right, Violet, will you?
Yes. White ruby of Ranchipper.
Fiddlesticks! A lot of hogwash. Damn superstitious rot.
But the book distinctly says that Lord Clyde Fortescue, the first owner of the white ruby of Ranchipper. Jeremy, do we have to say the whole mouthful every time? Can I just say ruby?
Yes. Just go on.
Distinctly says that Lord Clyde Fortescue, the first owner of the ruby, was found floating in his tub in his own blood. And the next owner, Sir Giles Redview, had no sooner purchased the ruby from Lord Clyde's estate when he was found trampled by his favorite horse in the stable. And the next
Balderdash! A lot of old wives' tales.
But they are all dead, aren't they?
Yes, but consider this. I bought the ruby this morning and I'm fine. No, nothing. Just one of my beastly attacks. Since this morning.
Don't suppose.
Ridiculous. Merest chance, sheer coincidence.
Dr. Forbes is here, Lord Dudley.
It's your fiancé, Diana. Don't you think that's kind of a dumb line? What, doesn't she know that's her fiancé?
Oh, why not just wear a signboard?
Now really, sir.
People, stop. It's far too late to make alterations now.
It's your fiancé, Diana.
Oh yes, being engaged to the world-famous scientist has made me the envy of all the girls in England.
Doris, but wouldn't you think that a lovely Bella kind of deserves to have a ring?
You know, speaking of dumb lines,
Violet, please.
that line is supposed to be light-hearted. The merriment provides emotional contrast to the atmosphere of terror.
That's the general atmosphere, all right.
Will you all please?
Sorry. Well, you flatter me so, Lord Dudley.
Doris, will you show the gentleman in?
At once, my lord.
Lord Dudley? Diana?
Well, I'm sure you two young people would like to be alone, so I'll just toddle off to my room and putter about.
Henry, that's the wrong exit. That's the one to the kitchen and the maid's quarter.
All right, but she's a pretty good-looking maid, though. Just joking, dear.
You mean I'm not good looking?
Well, actually,
Henry, just finish the line and go.
Oh, right. Really, Lord Dudley, we need to go.
Nonsense! I was once in love myself.
Why does he say that in the past tense?
Polly, please.
My dearest darling.
My sweet.
I have a little scar. Damn it.
What's the matter now?
Forgot the stupid necklace. Aggie.
Oh, sorry.
Aggie, as a stage manager, it is your job to make sure everybody has all the props.
I know, it's just that I was back there and Phyllis was talking to me about nuances and I missed all mine.
Phyllis, you really must talk to people backstage and they have work to do.
Oh, so sorry, Gerald. I forgot Agnes here had things to do. I know, but I'm telling her.
Agnes!
Am I lying?
Yeah, good spot as any.
I have a little surprise. The white ruby of grandchildren.
Oh, how incredibly lovely it is. Might I try it on?
Not afraid of the curse.
Well, not very much, may I please?
Oh, certainly. Oh, it is lovely, and such a lovely set.
Oh, Rex, what a thing to say!
I cannot decide which is lovelier, you or that fabulous gem.
Well, I simply must see myself in it. Let me go find a mirror.
Diana, that necklace, how dare you take it off at once?
But Lady Margaret, I was only a
Take it off, I say, this instant.
Surely there's no harm done, Lady Margaret.
No harm, you say? How can you endanger the life of this dear girl? And your own fiancé?
Oh, don't be silly, Lady Margaret. I don't believe in that curse. After all, this is the 20th century. Yes, I think so. It was just momentary. The room started to dip, my head started to spin, and yes, I'm quite all right now. Thank you very much.
Oh, with that, we're doing no more harm.
Are you being silly, Lady Margaret?
Perhaps I am, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
Wait, Mr. Lord Dudley, you see this newest possession?
You shall see it in good time when I feel brave enough to wear it. Do not forget, he purchased it for me, so it's in actuality mine to deal with as I choose. I pushed it too far.
Did you mean to tell me there isn't a back on that thing?
Oh, sorry. My fault. I forgot I was supposed to be back there to grab the damn thing.
Aggie, are you taking notes of all this?
Sure, I just keep forgetting to read them.
We will never be ready by tomorrow night. Never. We've been here an hour already. We haven't even gotten halfway through the first act.
And we've only had 2 rehearsals of the third, and that's the most important one.
He's right, that's the act we're all panicky about.
So why don't we do that act right now? It's hard to do everything before it with that act hanging over our heads. If we feel more confident...
All right. Anything to keep this show nailed down. We'll do the third act, and we'll start from the top, and we'll run the entire show.
And how long is this going to take? My mom doesn't like it when I'm out really late on a school night. I just barely passed my biology.
The sooner we start, the sooner we finish.
Do you want to do it with the curtain?
Not until we run the entire show.
Okay, but let me find my cue on tape.
Well, you don't have anything to the phone bells. Wait till we rehearse this act and cue it up while we do it.
I'll do my best.
All right, people. From the top.
I got it!
Phyllis, you can't just interrupt rehearsal like this.
Oh, but I missed something problem in the living room.
It's already been solved.
There's no need to use profanity
That's
songs.
what you think.
Please hear me out. I was so concerned with the loss of my lovely double alliteration.
All right. Be quick about it, though. Come on.
Okay, we don't say Delhi Diamond, we say Darjeeling Diamond. You see, it's still named after a town in India.
Yes. All right, thank you very much. Now get the hell off the stage, and I don't want to see you or hear you until we're done rehearsing this act.
You don't have to get puffy about it.
All right, does everyone have the new name of that stupid gym? All right, now we're running through, and without stopping.
What do you want to bet?
Please, Louise.
It's going to be a perfect opportunity to pick up some extra crap.
All right, places, everybody. And the next person to interrupt, dies. I don't mean gets chewed out. I don't mean gets yelled at. I mean dies.
Non giocare alla presa, ma sono che la vita!
Ugly, Margaret, my little.
Yes, indeed, I do.
This is my fault. I should have been providing you with a pleasant atmosphere to work in, not strike terror in all your hearts. Just pick it up from where you left off and slow it down.
Does that mean you're not going to kill Polly?
Yes, But don't you start getting too secure. All right, Polly, the roads can be treacherous.
Like my mind's gone blank. I can't think. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, don't say such a thing. It would make one think that perhaps there was some truth after all the story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There's no such thing as a curse.
And yet, anyone who's ever owned the diamond, Darjeeling diamond, will always met with a dreadful demise.
Sorry! No, husband isn't out the diamond, the ruby, the diamond anymore. That's an insulting to Lord Dudley, Lady Margaret's correction, connection,
See here, Dr. Forbes. Forbes!
Stop! Everybody, take a deep breath. All right. Now, come on. Just enjoy yourself. Have fun.
You are a man of science. Surely you do not believe in curses. I only know there are strange things in the history of India, things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense! Share Bobby Poop! Bobby Slop! Bobby Dog! Down! So is this a dribble!
Stop! Relax! You're all still too tense!
Quite possibly, Lord Dudley, and yet, where is Sir Percival?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here. Why, Diana? What do you mean to say? I mean, Sir Percival's no gentleman.
Here, now, what are you saying?
When he looks at me, I feel as though his pants were moving all over my body.
It's hands, Violet. It's hands.
Isn't that what I said?
You said pants.
One is one, but we all like to get home before dawn.
Right, sorry. Feel as though his hands were moving all over my body. But
Sure, that's it. Laugh it up. We'll see how funny you think this is tomorrow now.
I like Pharrell. He's a disgusting toad of such toads that we let you.
Slow it down. Easy does it.
Or should we delay dinner any longer?
No! Can't wait for that! Shopping idea!
I suppose so. Don't you think someone should call Percival Sledge and ascertain the reason for his absence?
Do you know this might be a sound idea? There is something secret on about all this.
All of what, Stephen?
This business about Sir Percival and the necklace. He did say who's bringing that, Lady Margaret.
Well, actually,
Well, what now?
Well, I just thought. Saul brings the necklace in the first act. I put it in the second. So how can I say?
Dear, I completely forgot to give you your new line. When I rewrote that act, I completely forgot about that line in this act.
Well, this is a hell of a time to think of it. Oh, all right, what's the new line?
I don't have to rewrite with me.
Oh, approximately then. We don't have time to be fooling around with words. Give us the gist and we'll improvise.
Well, Polly's line is basically the same, except she says something to Billy about him not being there when Saul brings the necklace instead of Sir Percival. See?
You got that?
I think so.
I need a cup of coffee. Louise, is there any coffee back there?
Want of a better name.
Oh, it'll have to do. Come along, Phyllis. All right, everybody else back to work?
Billy, would you feed me your line?
He didn't say who he's bringing tonight, Lady Margaret.
Well, actually, I never spoke with him directly, but there was a message left this morning in the post saying that he asked Dr. Forbes to bring it for him.
What? On St. Swithin's Day?
Wait a minute. That sounds as if it's against the law to ask somebody to deliver something on that day. Part of the post has to last, Polly.
Let me try it again. But Dr. Forbes told me that Percival had asked him to bring it for him in a message delivered this morning in the post.
Much better. Go ahead, Smith.
What? On St. Swithin's Day?
What now?
I'm sorry, it sounded like she couldn't go on.
I don't give a good damn what it sounded like. You get them girls to go to play game instead of learning this play.
All right, Jerry, I'm sorry. Go on, Smith, please.
St. Swithin's Day?
By Jove, never thought of that! Margaret, are you certain about that message?
Why, no!
You mean you didn't receive a message?
Oh, yes, I did. Now I wonder if we're actually from Percival.
But it did come by post.
I assumed.
Assumed! So you never actually saw it?
No.
Not only if there's no delivery of the post today, then how?
It's not a letter. It was a telegram.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
As a matter of fact, I don't have it. The message was phoned from the telegraph office.
Doris, have there been any telephone messages this evening?
See here, Mr. Young Pup. Are you doubting my word?
Of course, he's incorrect. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Oh, I shall, as soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir.
What, are you quite sure?
The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon, Mum.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Devil hell, Phyllis, what have you done? What are you talking about? Oh, did I get the phone fell out of order on the tape?
Phyllis, what were you doing to the tape?
Oh, well, I just thought I'd get to listen to the sound and you erased the tape. There's nothing on it.
Are you sure?
Listen for yourself.
But I don't hear anything.
That's what I mean.
Louise, you're not leaving.
There's not a damn thing I can do if I stay. I have to go home and retake every single one of these sound effects before the opening. And if that bubble-brain idiot so much as comes near my machine again, I'm gonna beat her head in with it!
Louise, as long as you have to do it over again, I was thinking, perhaps we could hook the telephone to a button backstage. I mean, there's so many telephone calls throughout the play, wouldn't it be easier to ring the phone manually?
Well, it would make it a lot easier tonight if I left those phone bells on.
I can do the hookup. The wire already goes backstage, and there's a storage battery too for power.
Okay, just put the button near the soundboard.
No problem.
Oh, and the rest of you, if you use the phone in the play, don't forget to hang it up right. If you hang it up wrong so the earpiece isn't depressed against the lever, the phone won't ring. Got it?
Yeah.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a hell of a lot of work to do.
I feel dreadfully sorry. I feel I owe each and every one of you an apology for what I've done.
Write it down and mail it.
How's that for fast work?
Beautiful, just beautiful. That deserves a cup of coffee for that.
Yeah, I'll have this stuff Louise brewed.
Shall we go on or what?
Go on or else.
They'll need their cue.
Does that answer your question?
Stephen, I believe you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
Aggie!
Oh, sorry, I was drinking my swill.
You had best answer that, Doris, before we owe the caller an apology, too.
Yes, sir. Hello? Who? Oh, yes, he is. Hold on just a moment. It's for you, sir.
Who is it, Doris?
Sir Percival.
It can't be. I mean, yes, doctor. You mean?
Hello? Yes, yes, I see. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Why, Dudley, you look so strange. What did Percival say?
That was not Sir Percival. What the hell?
Sorry, I put my butt down on the button.
Go on, people.
That was not Sir Percival.
Then who was it?
That was my good friend, Miles Taylor.
Well, Stephen, I don't understand.
It's quite simple. I asked Miles to ring up and say he was Sir Percival, so I can observe the effect of having Dr. Forbes. I think you will all agree you were struck dumbfounded.
Nonsense.
That is not nonsense, sir. For I myself observed the self-same reaction.
But what does it mean?
Yes, what could it all mean?
Yes, what can it possibly mean?
Doris, you are forgetting your place.
Sorry, my lord, I can explain it. It means this man, after murdering Sir Percival for the necklace.
How dare you, sir? I'll have you in court for this. Such accusations are actionable. To tarnish my good name, it's libelous.
Well, I cannot be sued successfully for libel if my accusation should prove true.
And just how do you intend to prove them true?
Why, quite easily. After I take a look at the necklace. Will you get it for me, Dr. Forbes?
A necklace? There's no proof on that necklace. I'll show you. Aggie.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I won't do this tomorrow. I promise. It was just that with Phyllis, you're in so hectic. I just.
Aggie, you should really check her out with the wife and see.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was in a hurry.
Heaven help us all.
From my line,
From anywhere.
I'll show you. And you can't stay a little closer? There! Now show me your ridiculous proof. You yourself have shown the proof. Why, if you're not the murderer, then how did you know the combination to the safe?
He's right!
Blast your seat, Sanders. There is one thing you did not take into account. I am armed.
You sort of a scoundrel!
And I should very much like to sunder our engagement this moment.
In that case, will you marry me, Diana?
Oh, Stephen, with all my heart.
Doris, tell me what's the constabulary.
You so when you are dead, my dear.
Oh, Mom, what should I do?
Aggie, the phone's supposed to ring there.
Sorry, it is gonna be hell tomorrow night. I have to run all the way from the safe, all the way back to the soundboard, not to mention I have to cue you people.
I could hand it the necklace tomorrow night if you'd like. I know I'd feel a lot safer with it in my possession anyhow.
Aren't you going to be out front?
I can come up for that part. Besides, I have to come out so I can do my power.
I don't know. I mean,
We'll hash it out later. Right now, can we get on with this thing?
And the rest of you likewise. Damn it, Flash, who's that? That's my good friend, Miles Taylor. I told him to ring us up shortly after his first call. If I do not answer, he shall summon the law. They shall arrive here with their warrant, we will arrest. Stanley Grimes!
Stanley Grimes? Do you mean the criminal laboratory assistant to Dr. Forbes?
The late doctor. Unless I miss my guess. Well, don't your face, Stanley Grimes. Put down that pistol and surrender. Never! I may go to the gallows, but none of you in this room will live to see it.
Please, Lord, may I leave the room?
Stand where you are. How did you come to suspect yourselves? I arrived here late, as you all know. As a result, I had time to have news broadcasters told the findings of Sir Percival's body, dead, of a rare Indian cobra venom. You, of course, had already arrived at the party. In this room, I had telephone at the switch box, so no one else can hear the news. And when I accidentally knocked out your coat, and I was hanging on my own, I found a flagon of that very same poison hidden in your pocket. Why then I knew, of course. I reconnected the telephone, rang up Miles, set up our plan, and...
Excuse me, my dearest darling Stephen, but what exactly did you know when you found this foul fiend's weapon?
Why, Alex the man had schemed to keep the legend of the curse alive. He had immersed the necklace in the cobra venom. So all who would handle it would become ill. He thought to devalue it, to make Lady Margaret glow at the sight of it. Then, of course, he could have it for considerably less than its real value. So anxious she would be to sell the bottle.
And I would have been too. Oh, curse you, Stanley Grimes!
Curse? Bah, there's no such thing as curses. And I have soaked my hands in the antitoxin to prevent penetration of that potent poison, too.
You get real sirens tomorrow night.
Aha! My late cat has done a good job. The law is upon you, Stanley Grimes. Surrender yourself. Never! I shall take this necklace, sell it for a fortune, and move wealthily to another country! Oh!
The Darjeeling diamond!
He's dead!
Yes, he mocked the laws of society. Now, a higher power has intervened.
Oh, Stephen, hold me, hold me!
The gun.
Can I lower it, Jerry?
hell no, we've only just begun. All right, you have your third act, now from the top. And it's already 10:30.
My mother is going to murder me. Oh, my dear, it is in such a good cause.
That'll save rules on it. Goes out the way. That is so wild.
The worst thing an actor can do is approach a performance with complacency. I mean, nervousness gives an actor energy.
Yeah, well, nervousness is giving this actor creeping paralysis. Next thing you have to push me on stage.
And don't think I won't. I used to be a sergeant in the paratroops, and everybody jumped whether they wanted to or not.
I'm not nervous about the regular audience. If we goof up, we'll probably never know it. Let's give me a cold sweat at the thought of looking out and seeing Jerry. We'll recognize every mistake.
Relax. I'm not going to be out front tonight. I'll probably be in the back, helping Aggie push.
How come? Don't you want to see the show? Not that I blame you.
Well, see, tonight Phyllis is going to be out there. And if I sit out there, she's going to want to sit next to me, and I don't think I can handle that.
That reminds me, Phyllis still wants to be behind the scene to hand the necklace to Saul. Now, it saves me busting my butt going all the way from one place to the next, but I think she's going to get so wrapped up in listening to her own play that she's going to forget.
If she does, this play's going to end with a real murder.
Well, I did it. Took me till damn near 3 o'clock in the morning, but I finally got all those sound effects back on tape.
I hope you skipped the phone bells.
Don't worry, but I did that thunder and lightning play.
What? But there's no thunderstorm in the play, Louise.
Who ever heard of a murder mystery without a thunderstorm? Believe me, you're gonna need it.
Oh, are you crazy? But there's no place to put a thunderstorm.
What do you think? Oh,
I've been to this play 100 times, and there is no place for a thunderstorm. I mean, it'll distract the actors.
Harry, I guarantee you there is a perfect place for a thunderstorm, and it won't distract the actors.
Where?
Come on, that'll be my surprise. No,
You can't just do that.
make it easy on yourself. All of you, let me know.
I know. Whatever.
All right, you're on.
There's one thing I love, it's a sucker red.
One thing I hate about stage is there's no place to hide.
The magical moment is upon us at last.
Yeah, and so are our audience. We don't get this curtain closed.
Oh, I just stopped by to wish you all the best of luck.
It's show business. That's bad luck to do. You're supposed to say break a leg.
I'll never understand the theater.
That's a fine thing for our playwright to say.
All right. The audience is going to come in any moment now. You guys want to join me in a prayer?
I'll say.
We can use a miracle.
Saint Genesius, pray for us.
Saint Genesius, pray for us.
All right, places.
Saul was St. Genesius.
The patron saint of actors, he performed the role of emperor. They had to put him in.
Hope there's no emperors out front tonight.
Amen.
Will there be anyone at dinner tonight besides Doc Percival, the famous archaeologist, Dr. Rex Forbes, the famous scientist, and Stephen Sells, the famous millionaire?
Other than myself and Lady Margaret, my wife, I'm the lovely socialite Diana Lassiter here. No, Doris.
That's what I thought.
I say, Diana, have you yet located that book on famous jewels of India that I told you must be on that shelf?
Oh, yes, here it is. I say, Lord Dudley, you never told me there was a curse on the white Darjeeling diamond. Darjeeling white grandchipper. White Darjeeling.
It is known by many names, my dear.
It is. Oh, yes, it is. Lots of them.
The six are all washed, I mean the curse. I mean, down the services rot.
Oh, yes, but the book distinctly says the Lord God Fortescue, the best owner of the Darjeeling diamond, was found floating in his tub. I don't mean the diamond was floating in his tub.
Yes, but what was?
He was in his own blood. Only the next time said Charles Levy, and that's when purchased the ruby from Wilkins' estate when he was found floating in his stable by his own horse. Trampled, I mean. And the next owner.
Bulrash! I want more wives then!
But they are all dead, aren't they? I mean, the owners, not the old wives.
Yes, but consider this. I bought the ruby this morning and I'm fine. The diamond.
Anything wrong?
No, nothing. Just one of my beastly attacks. You don't wonder how long I've been having
How long
it.
have you had it?
Since This morning!
That long, huh?
You don't suppose,
Oh, you don't suppose?
Ridiculous! Sheer coincidence, merest chance! It's your fiancée, Diana! It's your fiancée, Diana?
Oh yes, being engaged to the world-famous scientist has made me the envy of all the girls of London. Of England. Of London, England.
Yes, but a lovely girl like you deserves to be wrong. To have a ring.
Well, that is so well, Dudley.
At once, my lord.
Young people would like to be around, so I'll just go along with my room and I'll talk about it. Right.
Outside stairway.
Oh yes, that must be it.
I didn't know that didn't mean to go.
Nonsense! Oh,
Well, I like surprises.
Well, I kind of thought you did.
I can't wait to find out what it is.
If it's really worth waiting for. I knew you would be.
You can't find it, huh?
Excuse me, Haverty. I'm surprised. What you can press for whatever it is.
Oh, how incredibly lovely it is. Might I try it on?
I'm afraid it curse.
Well, not very much, may I please?
Oh, it is lovely. It's such a lovely set.
That's what I think to say.
Oh, I can't decide which one to do. All that precious
Oh, I simply must see myself in it. Let me go find a mirror. Diana, Pinellas, where is that in here? Take it up at once. Take it off, I said it, it's hanging.
being silly, Lady Margaret. I'm sure there's no harm done.
Oh, Diana, I was thinking Lady Margaret.
Lady Margaret is a see what you've been up to for some time.
Would you mind my waiting for her? Here?
Naturally not.
Like I said.
If you are so inclined.
You think it better if I were to...
Oh, Stephen, what are you trying to say?
Oh, dash it all, Diana. Must we play at words? You know the message that longs throughout within my heart.
Is it possible? Do I dare for a moment imagine that the message that cries out from within your heart is the self-same message that cries out from within my own? Your fly is open. Oh, Stephen,
Night at that bar after all.
yeah, we're keeping your mind out.
Oh, Lord Dudley, you give the most charming parties in the whole of England.
Not too kind, Diana. A pity, sir. Percival could not be here.
Do you know? I'm worried about Percival. Please never accept an invitation or a party promotion of the least representative way.
Lady Margaret, you might have had more trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had an accident. These words can be treacherous and that. Rogues.
Oh, I wouldn't say such a thing. It would make one think that perhaps there was some truth after all the story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There's no such thing as a keys. King is the best. The thing is a curse.
And yet, anyone could never own the dog to me.
But Percival doesn't own the diamond anymore. Not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's
Percival did own it, and that won't be enough. See here, Dr. Clark. You're a man of science. Surely you don't believe in curses.
Well, we had Billy Bates all the time.
Oh, dear God.
I only know there are strange things in the history of India, things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense. Sheer poppycock. Superstitious drivel.
Quite possibly, Lord of the King. And yet, where is Sir Percival?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here. What's the thing to say? I mean, Sir Percival is no gentleman.
Here now, what are you saying?
When he looks at me, I feel as though my hands were moving all over my body.
Oh, and he is an angel.
And such talk to me lecherous at night.
Yes, indeed. I'll say.
Begging your pardon, my lord, but should we play dinner any longer?
No! Can't wait for Percival forever. Shall we, my dear?
I suppose so, but do you think so much more Percival's pleasant as to take the reason for his absence?
Do you know that might be a sound idea? There is something to think all about all this.
All of what, Stephen?
Let's do this about Sir Percival the next minute. Thank you, this. He did say he would bring us that Lady Margaret.
Well, actually, I understood that directly, but there was a message left this morning on the post. In the post. On the post. The mailman brought it.
On Swithin's Day? St. Swithin's? Yay!
By Jove, never thought of that. Margaret, are you certain about that mailman? Messenger, whatever you say.
I can't think of it now.
You mean you didn't deceive a mailman? That too?
Oh, yes, I did. No, it was actually from Percival.
But it did come on the post.
I assumed it had.
Assumed. So you never actually saw it, or the mailman?
Whatever it was, no.
Then how do you know it's contained?
My Dr. Clark said.
Yes, indeed.
Is there any reason why he shouldn't have?
Is there any reason why he shouldn't have? No, of course not. Oh, chap, only why did you ask? Only if there was no visibility of the post today, and then the house, it was not a letter, it was a telephone, a cable car, a telephone. Very much at the same time. I haven't got it. Oh, as a matter of fact, the message was phoned from the telegraph office. Doris, have there been any telephone messages this evening? See here, you innocent young punk. Are you
Of course isn't Stephen!
Shouldn't I apologize to Dr. Oh, I shall, as soon as
My Doris!
Doris answers my question.
Someone must remember!
No,
Oh,
You mean it can't be so personal, right?
oh, yes, doctor, exactly what do you mean?
Margaret!
What? Oh, why, Dudley, you look so strange. What did Principal say?
That was not so personal.
Then you, was it?
That was, a good friend of mine. I can't quite remember his name. Miles.
I don't understand.
Nor I. I can explain what it means. It means this man, after remembering, did I say he was struck dumbfounded?
I observed the self-same reaction myself, I think.
What can it possibly mean?
Doris, you are forgetting your place!
He's not the only one.
Doris, you are forgetting your place!
How dare you, sir? Oh, you, sir. You, sir. I'll have you in court for this. Such accusations are absolute. To tarnish my good name, I cannot be sued successfully for libel if my accusation should prove true. And just how do you intend to prove it true?
Why, quite easily. After take a look at the necklace. Would you mind getting it, Dr. Forbes?
The necklace, there's no proof on that necklace. I'll show you. I'm sure I put it in here somewhere. I'm sure it's in here, Lady Margaret.
Where else?
Why don't you have another look? Now show your ridiculous proof. You yourself have shown the proof. Why, if you're not the murderer, then how did you know? Say,
Great heavens, he's right.
that's Stephen Sellers. But there is one thing you do not take into account. I have. In that case, will you marry me finally?
Oh, Billy!
I mean, Diana.
Oh, with all my heart, Stephen?
Doris, tell me what's the constabulary.
So you're dead, my dear.
Oh, Mom, what? What's that to do?
Straight to heaven.
Did you say the rest of us do likewise?
Oh, it's
Oh, damn, and blast. Who's that? That's my good friend, Miles Taylor. I told him to pick us up shortly after this first ball. And they shall ride in with a voice we'll arrest Stanley Grimes.
Stanley Grimes!
Surrender yourself. Never. I should take this necklace, sell it for a fortune, and move wealthily to another country.
It's because of Dudley Diamond. Your ranch of diamonds.
Darjeeling diamond.
All of them!
Bravo!
Maggie, what about the upstage corridor wall? I thought I told you.
I know, it's too wobbly. They gotta put a couple more braces on it.
Well, I hope they don't make it too bulky. Our players have to move backstage behind us.
I know, that's what I told them. All we need is somebody breaking a leg.
All right, where are our players?
They're all going over their lines backstage. You want me to get them?
Of course I do. It's 3 days till dress rehearsal. We gotta get the show moving.
Okay, come on, everybody on stage!
Yo. Louise, do you have any other work you can be doing?
I just said everybody. I didn't mean you.
I'm somebody.
Everybody that played Louise.
She should have said that.
All right, is everybody here?
Now, hey, Louise.
I know about it.
Can we get on with the rehearsal?
Does she have to be doing that now?
Louise, do you have to be doing that now?
Do you want that corridor wall or don't you?
Yes, but is there anything else you can be working on?
I guess.
Fine. All right, people, we're picking up action on the top of Act 3. We've already wasted enough time.
I've been ready for half an hour.
Who hasn't?
I'm sorry I was late. We only have one car and Francis had to work late.
You should have called me. I go right by your place, Jerry.
Saul picks me up for every rehearsal.
Does Margie know that? Oh, come on, Billy. You can't have Smitty come by bike after dark.
People, can we have these starting conversations later? We've got the show to rehearse.
That's what I've been saying all along. Haven't I, Henry?
Yes, dear.
Lights have your mind calling. The playwright will be here for dress rehearsal and we've yet to learn Act 3? Huh? And how about those scripts? You were supposed to be off book 2 weeks ago.
I know my lines.
And I know mine.
How about the rest of you?
Should I come in?
As soon as I get the signal. All right, people, places. From the top. Curtain!
Oh, Lord Dudley, you
Louise!
What?
Leave the damn curtain alone!
What you just said.
It's for the players. We're starting the act, not Indy.
I was only doing my job.
Just leave the curtain alone for a moment.
Mind by me.
All right. From the top.
Now?
Yes, now.
Oh, Lord Dudley, you give the most charming parties in the whole of England.
You are too kind, Diana. A pity Sir Percival could not be here.
Do I'm worried about Percival. He's never accepted an invitation to one of our parties and not shown up. At least not without sending word.
Oh, was that my line?
Billy, I thought you knew that.
Where am I supposed to say them?
He's doing this on purpose. I know he is.
Carly, sit down. Billy, pay attention to your lines. Back it up a line. Start again.
Well, whose line is it?
It's Polly.
Aggie, what are you still doing on stage?
Well, if I wait in the wings, I can't hear them.
Well, if you heard them, why didn't you throw Billy his line?
Because you told me not to throw them any lines. And besides, I thought he was just...
All right. Aggie, come off stage. All right, can we start? From the top.
Do we have to?
Yes!
Don't you know?
Can we start? All right, from the top. Well, go ahead.
Oh, Lord Dudley, you give the most charming parties in the whole of England.
You are too kind, Diana. A pity Sir Percival could not be here.
I don't even know. I'm worried about Percival. He's not accepted an invitation not to show up.
Go on.
To show up to one of our parties and not show up. At least not got some word.
Oh, but thank you, Margaret. You might have had not to trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he hasn't had an accident.
No. That's he hasn't had an accident.
That's what I said.
No, you said he hasn't had an accident. As if someone else did.
Take it from the top.
Oh, damn it.
Come on, hey.
He hasn't had an accident. These roads can be treacherous at night.
Begging your pardon, Lord, but do you think we should delay dinner any longer?
No! Can't wait for Percival forever. Shall we, my dear?
I suppose so, but don't you think someone should help us was glad to ascertain the reason for his absence?
Do you know that might be a sound idea? There is something to secret all about all of this.
All of one thing.
Well, you did it again.
Did what?
I'm calling with my own name. I'm Steven Sauer, and you and
Billy! Well,
All at once, Stephen.
This business about Sir Percival next. You did say who would bring us, Lady Margaret.
Well, actually, I didn't expect him directly, but there was a message left this morning in the post.
What? On St. Swithin's Day?
By Jove, never thought of that. Margaret, are you certain about that message?
If I come to think of it, no. You mean you didn't receive a message? Oh, yes, I did, but now I wonder if we're actually compatible.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
no, you jumped the lines.
But did it come by the post?
I assumed it had.
Assumed!
today. But then how? It was not a letter. It was a telegram.
That's the one.
I should very much like to see that cablegram.
Telegram.
Oh, hell, what difference does it make?
None. You don't say telegram. You say telegram.
What do you mean? Yeah, I always say telegram.
I don't give a hoot hell who says what. Can we get on with this disaster?
If we just get through once, then we can start polishing our parts.
And when do we get real furniture? These metal chairs are painful to work on.
But they'll polish your parts.
Stop with the joking. You're Joe's not calling your causing attention.
Hey, no more jokes. Please get back to the play.
Louise!
I thought I could get the job finished while no one was working.
We're about to start work.
Why do you say so? That makes them coffee.
Fine. All right, everybody, back into positions. We'll take it from Billy's line.
I should very much like to see that telegram. As a matter of fact, I don't have it. The message is phoned from the telegraph office.
Doris, have they written any telephone messages this evening?
See here, you excellent young pup. Are you doubting my word?
Of course, his address. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Oh, I shall. As soon as Doris answers my question.
What the hell was that?
Well, please drop the car become train. He bumped it out of my hand. The hell I did.
Did anything break?
I don't think so.
She bent one of the spoons.
That was bent.
Ladies, ladies! Can we hold it down, please?
All right, pick up where you left off. Let's go.
No, sir.
What?
I said no.
I never said she was right.
Billy, just take it from your line.
As soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir.
What? Are you quite sure?
Telephone has been out of order since this afternoon. Mom.
No. Mom is short for Madame. It doesn't mean the phone was keeping Mom.
Oh, sorry. Can we try again?
Yes.
The telephone has been out of order since this afternoon, Mom.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
So, it's a cue. Aggie?
Hold on, I know what you mean. What page are you on?
I forgot my script. I was so anxious to leave when the car came, I left without even thinking about it.
Well, my script goes from page 32 to page 34.
Anybody have a complete script?
Page 33. Yeah, Saul is right. It's the whole bit about the diamond necklace.
Well, how come I don't have that page?
Maybe I miscounted during Xeroxing. Does everybody else have it?
Well, how do you expect me to follow along without it?
Here, take my script. I've got the lines down cold. If I ever get a chance to say them. It's about the plain title. Isn't it steal from something else? Don't Agatha Christine? I think it was.
Oh, Billy, I don't think Phyllis Montague would steal a title.
There's no way she could. No one can copyright a title. It's the law. There's not enough words to go around a name. Even if that's true, what if the advertisement for a play? I mean, won't some people think it's a play by Agatha Christie?
So much the better for a box office.
But it's a murder mystery, so nobody gets hurt.
Well, it's not much of a murder mystery if no one gets hurt.
Wait a minute. I thought Sir Percival got bumped off by Dr. Forbes.
Hold it, all of you. Do we come here tonight to rehearse or discuss plagiarism versus originality?
Jerry's right, guys. Sorry I interrupted. It's back to work.
Well, which line do we go back to?
Yeah, where's that line about the diamond necklace come in anyway?
Well, Smitty, I see what happened. You came in too early.
I did? I thought I was supposed to come in when Violet says the line about treacherous roads.
No, you're supposed to come in when Violet says the line about lecherous toes.
Ooh. Sorry, but they sound the same.
Self-published.
She is a poet, a rare talent, and a great writer.
Did you say that to any plan of mute?
Now see here! Oh, stop it!
All of you? This is important. You mustn't pay attention to the words alone. Pay attention to the cues. That way you'll know when you're supposed to enter, even if Violet says her mind wrong.
But I didn't say my line wrong.
You didn't say it at all.
Well, how could I when Smitty came in too early?
Enough is enough. Do your little bickering on your own time. Meanwhile,
Oh, finally I can use a cup. But we've barely gotten started.
maybe a break's a good idea. Let's all have a cup, then we'll start from the top and get it right.
Now you're talking.
Aggie, hold it for a second. What's up? I'm worried about our progress.
What progress?
No, we've never been this far behind on a plate before.
Well, Jerry, it's not your fault. We've never had an illustrious playwright in our hair before either.
I mean, if Phyllis didn't keep rewriting the damn show, our players had a chance to remember their lines.
Yeah, but she promised no more changes.
Yeah, well, how much you want to bet? She's going to walk through those doors with 7 new pages of dialogue.
She can't. We haven't even learned the last batch of rewrites.
Yeah, well, it's no wonder the way Polly keeps inviting Phyllis over to dinner to get her part fattened. It's almost as big as she is now.
Don't start with the fat chips. I have no problem with Saul already.
Yeah, well, probably had her way. This play would be a one-woman monologue.
Well, at least she's not making us pay royalties.
Naturally, who would pay money for it?
Now, come on, be fair. It's not that bad.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, some of the mistakes tonight were better than the original lines. And if you just leave the cast alone, this show could be a right.
Murder Most Foul is not a comedy. Phyllis Montague would scream if she heard the audience laugh. I mean, she'd pass out right there on the floor.
Yeah, well, then you better have your smelling salts ready for opening night.
Maybe left the pot?
I've heard that Saul wants it.
Well, I said it loud enough.
I hope we get this act done tonight. 3 days to dress rehearsal. We haven't even done a full run-through.
Thank your friend Phyllis for that.
Now, don't blame Phyllis, Billy. She's simply a perfectionist.
Well, if she wasn't satisfied with the script, why did she submit it?
Because if we pick some other show to do, she'd have to wait till next year to get it done.
So why don't we save it and do it as our next show?
We've got an audience preconditioned. Brainwash is more like it.
That's putting it rather strongly, Saul.
It's the unvarnished truth. We never vary season after season. We do a mystery, a comedy, a drama, and a musical, in that order without fail.
Yes, but why?
Because that's how we started the theater. And it's just got to be a habit with us and our patrons.
So what would be the harm if we mix things up?
It would confuse people. The comedy fans would come to the drama and laugh at all the tragic parts, and the music fans would start beating time for comedy.
Yeah, they might still do that.
Hey, whose side are you on it for?
This sign of sanity, which doesn't do me much good around here.
Well, I'm all set. Anybody else ready to give it a go?
Oh, relax, Saul. We're on much too tense tonight anyway. Why do you keep snapping at each other the way you do? This mere opening night, we're usually kidding around and having a marvelous time.
Well, might have been. We're all running scared.
Scared of what?
In our own ways, lady, we're just perfection-oriented as our playwright. We want the show to be a smash, not a smash up.
Amen.
You'll get it. Some, no matter how awful the show may seem in rehearsal, we always manage to bring it off.
Yeah, that's with the printed script. I mean, this typewritten stuff is not that bad. But it's all the revisions that are killing us.
But Phyllis gave us her solemn words.
What kind of words she knows? I bet she's never seen it in her life.
Yeah, Polly, she promised us the same thing last week and gave us 3 new scenes on Monday.
And I wish she would keep changing the identity of the murderer. I don't know whether radiate minutes or charm the pants off everyone.
Yeah, we're standing here. Come on, please let's get back to position. Let's see if we can't go to Kurt without stopping.
Oh, I hope we can. I've got to get home and study for a biology exam.
Wait, Smitty, Jerry, are we taking it from the top or where?
Take it from Violet's line. When Smitty made her entrance too early, do that whole page and left out.
I can't remember what my line is.
Aggie forward, dude.
Okay, let me try to revise. Alright, Violet, I'll feed you Billy's line and then you take it from there.
Okay.
Ah, but Lady Margaret, he might have had motor trouble.
Yes, indeed. I do hope he has. Oh, wait, I'll get it. I certainly hope so.
Polly, Violet, go on.
Do hope he hasn't had an accident. These roads can be treacherous at night. Just recommend?
That was treacherous. Wait for lecherous.
Oh, sorry.
Well, whose line is it?
It's Polly's.
Oh, let me see.
It's,
No, wait, I'll get it.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Oh, for the love of God!
Shut it! Violet, would you?
Yes.
Roads can be treacherous at night. Oh, don't say such a thing. You would make one think that perhaps there was some truth after all in the story about the curse.
Nonsense, my dear. There's no such thing as a curse.
And yet, anyone who's ever owned the deadly gun, Jerry, we have to call it that. I mean, it sounds like you're coming from a delicatessen.
That's because you're not sounding the H, Billy. It's Delhi diamond, not Delhi.
All the H is silent. It is pronounced Deli.
Can we please get on with this? I've got to go home and study for my exam.
No, wait. Billy's got a point. It sounds like it belongs alongside the little one. I mean, it looks all right in the script, but it sounds plain stupid.
Oh, let's call it the Calcutta knife.
You can't do that. Phyllis Montague told me, particularly, that she chose the name for its lovely alliteration, Delhi diamond.
Okay, so we'll alliterate. Call it the Calcutta carbuncle.
Carbuncle?
Yeah, it's a big stone like a movie cut. A cabochon.
Well, it sounds like a big mistake.
So do you.
Oh, is there any other gym we could use?
Shouldn't tamper Phyllis's dialogue. She won't like it.
And she'll like it a lot less if her Delhi diamond gets a laugh.
I agree with Jerry, dear. I think we should change it to something else.
Well,
Hey, let's call it the Ranchipur Ruby. Oh, I like that. It's got class.
but what will we tell Phyllis?
Tell her she rewrote it that way. She's made so many revisions, she'll probably believe it.
Certainly hope so. Meanwhile, children, let's get back to work.
Alright, so Jerry, should I write that change in?
Yeah, do it in pencil just in case.
Okay. How do I spell Ranchipur?
I'm thinking you're the only one who has to read it. All right, let's take it from your line, right after Lord Dudley scoffs about the curse.
And yet, anyone who's ever owned the Ranchipur Ruby has always met with a dreadful demise.
There! I knew that there was a reason for Phyllis's words. It's a double
a rotten requiem.
I love that line.
Those Montague.
Now really.
Full of double lyrics, doesn't it?
People, let's leave the lines if he has written.
Okay. It's always met with a dreadful demise.
But Percival doesn't own the diamond, the ruby, anymore. Not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless, Percival did own it, and that might be enough. See here, Dr. Forbes. Forbes, you're a man of science. Surely you do not believe in curses. I only know there are strange things in the history of India, things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense! Sheer poppycock! Superstitious gorilla!
Right, possible, and yet, where is Sir Percival?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here.
Why, Diana, thing to say.
I mean it. Sir Percival is no gentleman.
Here now, what are you saying?
When he looks at me, I feel as though his hands were moving all over my body.
But he is a knight of the realm.
He is a disgusting toad, and such toads can be lecherous at night. Begging your pardon, my lord, but should we delay dinner any longer?
Louise!
Isn't that where the phone bell rings?
Oh, wait, I turned to page that once. Sorry about that.
Sorry, she says. If she does that during the
She
performance.
won't. Louise, you gotta be a little more careful.
Look on the bright side, at least you got the phone bell.
Oh, that woman, I could just
Louise has a black belt in karate.
And how do you know I haven't?
She only go up to size 44.
Well, you can't work around when she's got something damn near her sleeve.
Not for us in Act 2, we could, work on that one.
Well, can we wait till we have a real sofa? This bed is awfully hard to cuddle on.
Where was you get that sofa anyway? Could you call about it?
We can try.
You want to look at that corner wall there?
Yeah, actually, I'm worried about those braces.
You will need both. I got 6 2x4s, and it's still flat like Sam.
Better go hit the old biology book.
You done in here?
Well, yeah, as much time as I spend waiting to make my entrances, I could study for 3 exams.
Well, Violet, what do you say?
All right. Ready when you are.
All right. Are you Mark? Set. Ah, Diana! Oh, she's Lady Margaret.
Lady Margaret is in the garden cutting roses, Stephen. She may not return for some time.
I see. Would you mind if I waited for her here?
Naturally not.
Might I sit?
If you are so inclined.
Oh, Diana.
Yes, Stephen.
Would you take offense if I were to...
Oh, Stephen, what are you trying to say?
Oh, yes, no, Diana. Must we play at words? You know the message that longs around within my heart.
Is it possible? Do I dare run them into that the message that cries out from within your heart is the self-same message that cries out from within mine?
Diana, do you mean I dare dream?
Have a care, sir, have a care. You know that I am betrothed into another.
And yet, you do not draw away.
Oh, Stephen, can you not reason out why?
I am almost afraid to.
Then cease your note of trepidation, Stephen. For though I am a high-born lady, I am also a woman. But if Dr. Fulton...
He should not have you.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Violet.
No, Louise.
I didn't see a thing.
Do you think she suspects?
How could she? I suspect myself just now.
Oh, darling, Billy, that sounds like Miss Montague.
Tonight, she promised not to come back for dress rehearsal.
Did you hear what I heard?
It sounded like Phyllis.
Problem 5 new pages of dialogue for you.
Saul, I just accepted one apology from you. Do you want to have to make another?
Sorry.
How are you all?
Phyllis! I'm expecting you!
Oh, I know I'm being a naughty girl, Gerald, but I have so many new and exciting things to share with all of you. I simply couldn't wait until the dress rehearsal.
Oh, that's a mercy. Would we open in 4 nights, Phyllis?
I know, that's why I decided not to wait until the dress rehearsal to stop by. It would be much too much to have to learn in one night.
What makes you think we can do it in 3?
Oh, don't be a tease, Henry. It's really all very simple. I simply added one extra character and cut the love scene.
Cut the love scene?
You know, the Lord and Lady are already married.
You don't mean between the doctor and the maid, do you? myself clear. Diana still plays the scene, but now it's with Sir Percival.
What? But Phyllis...
How did you do that? Well, I got to thinking that a knight of the realm would be a better catch for Diana than some mere commoner like Phyllis, I didn't say why, I said how. There's no Sir Percival in the play.
Exactly. Everybody refers to him all the time, but he never actually appears.
Besides, it's kind of rough on Diana if you make that switch, considering that I bump off Percival before I show up at the house.
You do?
Don't you remember your plot, Phyllis?
Yes, but I don't remember a murder. Show me where it says so.
We never actually see it done. Once we found that Percival has vanished and Wrexham departed the famous gemstone, we figured out how to kill them. See?
Murder? I never thought of it as murder. Oh, well, I always thought that Rex had picked Percival's pocket and drained all the petrol out of the tank of his car. Besides, murder's so...
Popular with our patrons?
And we're already advertising it as a murder mystery.
And we only have 4 nights. For Pete's sake, Phyllis, it's a little late to audition for Percival.
Oh, but I've written you all the loveliest new lines. Won't you at least have a look at them? I'm pregnant!
What?
That's on the third sheet.
Lord Dudley? Henry?
Polly would be an idiot.
Oh, that's a bit of a shock.
Phyllis, this is crazy. How can Dudley be the father when he and Diana have just only met?
That's on the 8th sheet.
Amnesia?
You see, that explains why he doesn't remember their dating. Yeah, but if she's carrying his child, Diana must remember something. That's on the 15th sheet. You see, it was a very dark night.
Phyllis, both of you, this is totally impossible. The entire thrust of the plot has been altered. Everybody has a brand new motivation for what they do.
Oh, well, certainly with a leader. The next 4 days.
You couldn't do it in 4 months.
But I worked so hard.
And we haven't? Phyllis, there is no possible way we can make these things.
Little changes? We're at the ending. I mean, Diana's gonna marry Stephen. Won't the pregnancy kind of put a crimp in the festivities?
Well, I'm working on that.
More changes? Phyllis, do you have any notion how hard it is to direct a play, even one that doesn't change direction every 3 days? This script had been finalized 3 weeks ago!
What's this? Lady Margaret goes and does shock at the news of Diana's pregnancy and loses the power of speech.
Maybe this version is not so bad after all.
What about my mother?
What about your mother?
Well, when I first tried out for this play, my mother insisted on looking over the script because she didn't want me to play full of...
Sex?
Yes. Mother thinks ahead. Well, of course, if you'd all rather not do my little play.
Now hold it right there. We all appreciate the chance to do a play for which we do not have to pay royalties. In fact, by doing this play of yours, it puts the theater budget in the black for the first time in 6 months. However, when the play reading committee agreed to do this play of yours, it was on the basis of the original script. Now this play that we promised to do, and we will, but all this new stuff has nothing to do with that agreement.
Are you now telling me you feel free to reject my play?
No. Not the one first submitted. And I'll even allow all the alterations you've already made, but this last batch is just too much.
And do you have the authority to speak for the entire committee?
But I'm sure if when I tell them it's the first version or no version, I'll have their unanimous backing.
Well, of course, if you really do feel strongly about this dear Gerald. Polly, how do you feel about it?
It is probably perhaps.
Remember, she had all your speech.
I'm with Jerry.
Yeah, me too, absolutely. All right, go ahead and do the original version, but if the show's refused, turn out to be a box office disaster, well...
I'll remember who wrote the original.
Oh, do you think maybe we were a little too rough on her?
Did take it rather hard.
Well, she said once at dinner that she looks upon this play as her child.
Well, it's the only offspring she'll ever have.
She tried to make the child a little prettier.
She wasn't making her child prettier. She was giving an extra head. And extra head.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, you all came here to rehearse, so let's rehearse. I'm gonna count to 3, and if I don't hear some snappy dialogue, I'm picking up that hammer.
And I'm gonna hold the nails.
I'm grabbing a cup of coffee. Come on, people, pick up your long faces. Let's get in character.
Jerry, take it from the top.
I'm not going to get home before dawn. Let's take it from Saul's line about the telegraph office.
As a matter of fact, I never have. The message was phoned from the telegraph office. Doris, have there been any telephone messages this evening? See here, you insolent young pup. Are you doubting my word?
Now, she's addressed. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Oh, I shall. As soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir.
What? Are you quite sure?
The telephone's been out of order since this afternoon, Mum.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes? Does that answer your question?
Stephen, I believe you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
You had best answer that, Doris, before we owe the caller an apology, too.
Yes, sir. Hello? Who? Oh, yes, he is. Hold on just a moment.
Who is it, Doris?
Sir Percival.
It can't be. I mean, yes, Doctor, exactly what do you mean?
Hello? Yes. Yes, I see. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Why, Dudley, you look so strange.
Wait.
Did we do something wrong?
Of course not. I just wanted to see what you guys were doing with the phone ring. Let's back it
I'm
up.
sure you want to do this, Jerry. It's a long way to the end of the act.
This will just take a moment. Smitty, let's take it from your line about the telephone.
The telephone's been out of order since this afternoon, Mum.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Sorry, I forgot to wind this hay back. Hang on. Okay, I got it.
Aha! And what do you say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Open night, guys. Okay.
That means someone left the front door open. I closed it.
Why are theaters always so wrapped backstage? Oh, they're designed that way on purpose. The breeze comes in handy if the place smells.
You don't have a particular play in mind, do you, Raggy?
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Jerry, do you have to make it tonight?
I'm not so worried about the guys. I want to see the women, especially their hairdos.
Yeah, I think you're using the wigs.
All right, I've seen the wig. I want to see how they look wearing them.
What do you think about the back wall?
All right, looks good on this side, but how much space is there to go behind it?
Well, if the actors are careful, they've got a good 2 inches clearance on either side. Except for Polly.
Well, how's she going to get to the garden from the prom table, where the roses just burn off?
No problem. I'm gonna keep the roses over on this side of the stage. I told her it was to simplify things, and I just didn't tell her what I was simplifying.
That's good thinking. We got to keep her happy. She almost walked out on us again last night, thanks to Saul Watson.
Yeah, well, you got him in, he's pretty funny.
Yeah, his sense of humor almost cost us a half hour. At least I got him to promise that he's going to say Lord Dudley is off to have a word with Lady Margaret, not chew the back of her.
Even if he says he's gonna behave himself during rehearsal, he knows what he's gonna do during the performance.
I don't even want to think about it. I'm already having an
I'm surprised you can sleep at all. After tonight, this whole thing is out of your hands, and all you can do is stand back there and pray. There's not even enough room to kneel.
Maybe I'll spend opening night in some cozy little bar in another town.
Hey, Jerry, how do you like this thing? Does it look real?
Yeah, it certainly does. That was nice of Phyllis to lend it to us for the show. I mean, costume jewelry that good is awfully expensive.
Yeah, but what are we going to do about Phyllis? I mean, first of all, we have not told her that we've nixed her Dilly Diamond, and that does not look like a ruby.
Well, Billy already came up with a solution for that. From now on, it's known as the White Ruby of Rancho.
Thing as a white ruby.
There is now. Can we keep that in the same place before the performances? And last thing we want is it to be misplaced or stolen.
Don't worry, I think this necklace is our ace in the hole. Phyllis will worry about it instead of play.
Ooh, there's something to that.
You know, I'd feel a lot easier if that safe had a back to it. I mean, someone can just tiptoe to the right back of the flat and pick that necklace right up.
Well, I can hammer one on, but I'd have to take the safe down first, which means retaining the flat.
Why would you have to take it down?
Because if I hammer on the back of it and the front is where it is now, the whole thing will tear loose and fall flat on stage.
Oh, you know what? After the curtain goes up, I don't do anything but prompt. So why don't you just give me the necklace and I'll hand it to Saul through the safe when he comes to get it.
When you do that, I can put my mind at rest.
No problem.
Well, then you better practice it now. It's your only chance before opening.
Easy as pie, but a little practice couldn't hurt.
You ready for the mob yet?
Yeah, if they're in costume.
Well, if they're not, it's their tough luck. Hey, everybody on stage! Let's go!
Alright, line up along in front of the stage. Want to see how you guys look?
I think mine's a little bit too small for me.
I didn't say a word.
Holly, it's one thing if Saul picks on you, but it's another if you're going to blow up every time you think he's going to say something.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry, Saul. Just rehearsal jitters, I guess.
No problem.
All right. Turn around slowly. I'm going to say, look at the back. Yes, good, good. Violet, why aren't you wearing a bustle like Polly?
I'm not wearing a bustle. It's too big. Here. I look like a British sheepdog.
Did you hat it or take a tuck in it or
Yes,
something?
I'll figure something out. I didn't have time just now.
All right, you're all going to look just fine. Let's suppose we can see how well you can act.
All right, Nikki's back one.
Might as well.
You want to do it with curtains?
Yes, everything exactly like this was the performance.
Jerry, you just got your wish.
In space.
Oh, Gerald, I have the most dreadful news. We're going to have to change the name of my play.
No. We've already printed the programs. The publicity's already been
No,
mailed out.
I've just discovered there's a movie with the same title. Murder Most Foul. Phyllis. No one in the audience is likely to be confused. They can see this isn't a movie.
Yeah, the movie no one's business lives.
Saul, don't say things like that. I'm having enough trouble already.
I do hope you're joking, Marla.
Who? Oh, I was write your name, Smitty.
Yeah, well, no one ever uses it, except my mother.
Phyllis.
Oh, but I think nicknames are so vulgar, Saul, don't you?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. Bill.
Phyllis! I'm so happy you're here tonight because you could be such a great help.
Really? How?
Well, you can pay attention to the lines and make sure everyone's saying them right.
Well, where does that leave me?
Aggie, well, I didn't mean the words exactly. I meant the subtle little nuances of their interpretation.
Oh, you mean the ones you forgot to tell me to write down?
Yes.
Shall I sit up here beside you?
No! I mean, that is, I take a lot of notes out here and I would distract you.
Fine.
Louise, do we have a chair back there for our playwright to sit in?
You got a desk, right?
Oh, this is thrilling, simply thrilling.
I mean, I'm nicely surprised, of course. I use the thrill right now.
Stop it, Saul. Don't lose your temper.
What the hell are nuances? Don't ask. Just bring your teeth. Bring them down.
I thought I watched go straight through without interruption. With Phyllis back, listening for nuances.
Cheer up, make Louise drop a sandbag on it.
I'm ready.
Okay. Louise, close the door. Close the curtain, Louise, and we'll start. Yes, everything exactly like this was a performance.
All right, everybody, I need you to hold your places during the music. Sure. Stay quiet, everybody.
House lights, Louise. Dim the house lights. Okay, that's good. Do it exactly like that in the opening, right after the music starts.
my wife, and the lovely socialite Diana Lassiter here. No, Doris.
That's what I thought.
I say, Diana, have you yet located that book on famous jewels of India that I told you must be on that shelf?
Oh, yes, here it is. I say, Lord Dudley, you never told me there was a curse on the white ruby of Rancho.
Oh, it's all right, Phyllis, it's all right.
But that's supposed to be the jelly diamond.
Oh, we had to change it.
For what possible reason?
It looks silly next to the liverwurst.
We just wanted to keep that. I beg your pardon.
Phyllis, please, trust me. Go backstage and Aggie will explain the changes to you.
But I don't understand.
We open tomorrow night, Phyllis. All right, continue.
From the top, I already put the feather duster over.
From where you left off.
Right. Violet, will you?
Yes. The white ruby of Rancho, man.
Fiddlesticks! A lot of hogwash! Damn superstitious rot!
But the book distinctly says that Lord Clyde Fortescue, the best owner of the white ruby of Rancho. Wait, Jerry, do we have to say the whole mouthful every time? Can I just say ruby?
Yes, just go on.
Distinctly says that Lord Clyde Fortescue, the best owner of the ruby, was found floating in his tub in his own blood. And the next owner, Sir Giles Renfrew, had no sooner purchased the ruby from Lord Clyde's estate when he was found trampled by his favorite horse in the stable. And the next owner...
Balderdash! Nonsense! A lot of old wives' tales!
But they are all dead, aren't they?
Yes! But consider this. I bought the ruby this morning, and I'm fine.
Oh, Dudley, is there anything wrong?
No. Just one of my beastly attacks.
Well, how long have you had them?
Since this morning.
You don't suppose?
Ridiculous! Sheer coincidence! Merest chance!
Dr. Forbes is here, Lord Dudley.
It's your fiancé, Diana! Don't you think that's kind of a dumb line? Does she know it's her fiancé?
Why don't you give her a sign?
Not really, Saul.
It's hard to make alterations.
Right. It's your fiancé, Diana.
Oh, yes. Being engaged to the world-famous scientist has made me the envy of all the girls in England.
Yes, but a lovely belle like you deserves to have a ring.
You know, speaking of a dumb line,
Violet,
a
please.
dumb line is supposed to be lighthearted. The narrative provides emotional contrast to the atmosphere of terror.
It's a general atmosphere all
We
around.
want to play.
You've got to be so, Lord Dudley.
Doris, will you show the gentleman in?
At once, my lord.
Well, Dudley? Diana?
Well, I'm sure you two young people would like to be alone, so I'll just toddle off to my room and putter about.
Henry, that's the wrong exit. That's the one to the kitchen in the maid's quarter.
Right. It's a pretty good looking maid, though. Just joking, dear.
You're not good looking.
Well, actually,
Henry, this is like
Oh, right. Really, no, Dudley, you needn't go.
Nonsense! I was once in love myself.
Why does he say that in the closet?
Polly, please.
Sorry.
My dearest darling.
My sweet.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, what's the matter now?
I forgot the stupid necklace. Aggie.
Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Aggie, as a stage manager, it is your job to make sure everybody has all the props.
Yeah, I know. It's just that I was back there and Phyllis was talking to me about nuances, and I missed
Phyllis,
something.
you really mustn't talk to people backstage when they have work to do.
I'm so sorry, Gerald. I forgot Agnes here. Things to do. I hope you're not telling her.
Agnes.
Oh, from my line.
Yeah, good as far as any.
I have been surprised. The white ruby of Rancho.
Oh, how incredibly lovely it is. Aren't I trifle?
I'm not afraid of curse.
Well, not very much. May I please?
Oh, oh, it is lovely, and such a lovely setting.
Oh, Rex, what a thing to say.
I cannot decide which is lovelier, you or that fabulous gem.
Well, I